Hi YouTube, sorry I haven't been around and making videos lately, but I thought I'd do this video. This is on the voltage meter control panel. People were wanting to turn the voltage meter and the USB lights off. As you can see, my control panel is working. As you can see, I've got light. These three aren't working because they're not connected. I can turn this off or have it on, but then if you go like that, I now have the USB and the voltmeter, and when I'm not charging anything through the USB, I can just turn it off. There's no power into there now. What I did is, I'll show you what I did. I open this up, I'll move the camera around a bit. I recycle wire, so this is a positive. Okay, what you have to do is you have this ring of cables here. These will go all on the bottom terminals, because you've got three little terminals here. You've got your negative, you've got the terminal in the middle, and this is where this positive went, on the bottom terminal. So you would pull all them off, and here is, this one was connected to this. Okay, but what you have to do, this one was on the bottom one where this one positive is, so you would eventually put this one in the middle, and in the on the middle terminals you've got all these inline fuses. You pull all these inline fuses off, but you will need a fuse board, which you would have one anyway. So you'd pull all these off, you wire to your fuse board, you come off your fuse board, your 12-volt fuse board, you put your positive on the bottom terminal, you put the negative on a bus bar, then you're all set there. And then originally this red wire positive was on the bottom terminal, because now this is your switch, you put this one in the middle on the inline fuse, and there you go. Now, as you can see, I'm not using these three at the minute. And then on the lighting, again, you would take your positive, you would go to your fuse board, and then the black, so you've got your red go into your light, and then you've got the black go into the bus bar. Hope you can see all this okay. And what you need is, you need a couple of these connectors, well, one of these connectors and a cover. For when you cut this off. and if you cut it where it's been clamped onto the cable, you can cut it right off where it's been actually crimped in. You can just cut it about here, and then you've got this much cable. You can just strip it off and put the new connector on. But there you have it. I've still got more work to do on this, but then that just shuts up. That's all shut now. But that's how you turn your voltage meter off. And if you obviously you would have a battery monitor for when you've got your solar. I've got the battery charger. This is a 12-volt timer, so I can set the time for when I want something to come on. This is something that might happen later, but I thought I'd best fit it now. Then you've got your inverter. There you go, it's clicked, it's come on. So I've been quite busy, just not making videos, as you can see. And this is my 12-volt light in the kitchen now. Turn that off. There's my 240 light, no light. Taking the bulb out. Yeah, I've got a double switch. I made this as well, like this little housing. And I made some new spice racks. I'll take you and show you them. Then you'll see what the other switch is for. I'll lift you up like that. The bottom switch is for my little 10-watt lights up there. But you can turn it on there, and you can also, there's a little switch here, can hardly see it. Turn the lights off there as well. But yeah, that's the spice rack I just made. I've made two identical. I've got two identical vintage plates, so I thought I'd put them in. But yeah, I had too many jars on my shelf, so I had to build a new spice rack. There you go. So yeah. I can turn it on and off. I've made two of these. I've got another one, another one in the bathroom. One's for the 12-volt extractor fan, and then the other one will be for the light. So I've got another two. I've got all them on the wall. I've just got to now. I've put all the lights up in all the rooms. I've just now got to wire them all up. I've got a switchboard, a fuse board in my battery bank area. But because I've got all my lights through the house, I've got a 6 fuse board. It's got 6 fuses, and I've come off my main fuse board to the 6, and then what I will do is I'll use M6 just for all my lighting in the house. So it's all good. But if you go solar, I'm going to be dropping 2 videos that aren't really related to this channel. Well, it can be in a way, but as you can see, I'm going solar. I'm dropping 2 videos tomorrow. If you want to go solar and have a battery bank, 100%. I've been watching the weather the sun and all that since November, you 100% need to get yourself a decent size silent generator. Okay, I'll drop these other 2 videos at some point, probably tomorrow or the next day, and you'll understand why. You'll see the first video, but when you see the second one, then you know why. But yeah, you'll get a bit of sun, but 100% you will need a silent generator that can charge your battery bank up. And as you can see on my battery bank, where it's at 1294, when it's fully charged it'd be at 1300 amp hours. So yeah, that's, and if I turn the light off, I'm running 7.62 watts. Turn that off. All goes to 0 and then shuts itself off. Don't know if that's any good and you can see that. And turn it on, it automatically lights up. But I've been working with 2 great companies as well, one for my battery charger and one for my solar, and they've been very, very helpful with me. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. Well, I would have done eventually, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without them, and I would have got wrong parts and stuff like that if I didn't listen to them and get the right parts. And I did have a different battery charger, and the charger that I had, was it, yeah, 30 amp charger. It would have took about 3 days to charge my battery bank. After speaking to this company where I got this battery charger from, they said no, you can't use that because it'd take you 2 to 3 days to charge your battery bank. So I ended up having to buy a 90 amp battery charger, and if I go down to, I think I went down to 12 volts, and it took nearly about 7 hours just to charge my battery bank. But I shall show you my battery bank. It's quite big, and I'll show you that. But this won't come off because I've turned the isolator switch off, so that won't come on. I only turn it on when I need to charge the batteries. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.